I think if you ask every man in the world, every single one, when we were about 10 years old or 11 years old, how do you want to live when you're in your late 20s, early 30s? Like in 20 years' time, where do you want to be? They'd all say the same thing. They'd say, I want a giant house, I want lots of pretty women, I want to drive around in fast cars. That's what they would say. Now, I find a lot of men in the positions of a lot of men who attack people like me for living my lifestyle. I find their position wholly dishonest because they've had the dream that they did have as a young boy. Every single young boy had the exact same dream. Whatever it is they've done in their life that has shrunk the possibility of this dream happening for them, they then internalize that anger and they burst it out at people like me.
I treat everybody from the waiter to my housekeepers, to my security with the absolute utmost respect. I'm loyal to the point where I will never ever stab a friend in the back, talk. I mean, that's just general the way I live my life. You know, I take very good care of my mother. I take very good care of my daughter. The journey is massively important because, you know, today we're in a bit of a situation where a lot of people, from basic things like a pump in cryptocurrency, can make too much money without learning any of the lessons of life. But some people basically get lucky. It's like winning the lottery. If you've bought some crypto coin and now you have like $100 million because you caught some crazy pump, I mean, yeah, cool. You had the foresight to buy that coin, but tens of thousands of other people put money into other coins that didn't blow up. It's essentially like a lottery win. And when I see young guys who are too wealthy at such a young age from doing something that took so little skill and so little hardship, I just know that they are not prepared to have that kind of money. Like, all right, you have millionaire, you are a millionaire, but you don't know what it takes to be a millionaire because you've never had to go through any struggle. And yeah, the journey is super important. The setbacks and the bad things that happen to you make you stronger, sharper, more intelligent. People don't develop any knowledge or culture if they run into money too fast. Yeah. So the question you need to ask yourself before you go into any of this is what are you doing this for? What are you doing this for? Are you doing it to make yourself happy? Because that's the way you should be living your life. You are number one, and you should be, you know, living a life that you find fulfilling and you find enjoyable. I've lost everybody I needed to lose over the last 10 years. I've lost them all already. When I was on my way up, I lost all the people who, you know, I needed to shake off anyway. All the friends who were hangers on, all the people who weren't really happy for me when I did well. So my friendship circle, my friendship group has always been very strong. And I always knew that the people who I could count on. So yeah, you got to be a good person, man, because it comes around. And if you're a bad person, that comes around too. Money doesn't change somebody; it reveals who they really are. That's one I've definitely found. And I could talk more about that, but there's loads of things I can say about my philosophy of life. Because I haven't changed, poor or rich. You know, I was broke as now I'm rich as I haven't changed 1%. I'm exactly the same person I've always been. I know people who ran into a little bit of money and became, and people are like, oh yeah, money changes people. No, it doesn't. He was always he just didn't have the platform or the balls or the ego to say it, to say what he really thought. I think it really depends on what kind of person you are. I think money is an accelerant. If you're a depressed, sad, person, I believe if you give a depressed, sad person $10 million, they're going to end up suicidal. And if you give a very happy, content, fulfilled person $10 million, they're going to be more happy, more content, and more fulfilled. I think it's an accelerator. So it really depends on where you are in life. When people say things like money doesn't buy happiness, I would say yes, it actually does if you know what to buy.